Hi everyone, I'm Gini Saraswati Goel, a life transformational coach and an NLP trainer. Make your life perfect in one easy, simple step. Yes, you might think this is too difficult. How to make your life perfect? But my promise is that when you hear me through, at the end of this video, you yourself will find your life to be perfect. So, what is that thing which makes our life perfect? What is that thing which those extraordinary people do to make their life perfect? What is the difference between the extraordinary people and the ordinary people? The extraordinary people tend to focus on the haves in their life. All the beautiful things which they have been blessed with, they focus on that. See, all of us in our lives have some things which we have. There are some things which we have, but we don't want them. And then there are some things which we don't want, but we desperately want them. When we focus on the last two things, what do? We keep focusing on things which we desperately want. That is when we get angry, frustrated, desperate. Or we focus on the things which we have, but we don't want them. Then we get angry and sad, agitated. But if we focus on the things which we have and we are happy about them, that is when we get the perfect life. Because those extraordinary people know that the more you focus on something, the more it grows into your life, the more you attract it. The more thank you say, the more gratitude you get into, the universe keeps sending you more and more and more things to say thank you about, to be in gratitude about. The mother of all emotions is gratitude, is saying thank you. Now, let me give you an example. Think about your health. Any one area in your health where you're not very comfortable with, maybe your ideal weight, maybe something to do with your skin, your hair, anything. Now think of all those areas in your health which are functioning perfectly. Your eyes, you're able to see the video. Your ears, you're able to hear things around you. Your heart that is silently pumping blood throughout the day. Have you ever said thank you to that? Have you ever felt in gratitude for your kidneys, for your stomach, working day in and day out, 24 hours? So can we just, with a beautiful smile, say thank you for the good health which is there instead of focusing on what is not there? Same goes for relationship. Think of any relationship in which you are struggling a bit. You've been trying to change the person, you've been complaining and cribbing, trying to get something out of a person which the person is not capable of giving. Now just focus on that relationship with the same person, but focus on the haves. What have you got out of that relationship? When we focus on that, we feel gratitude instead of focusing on the have-nots in that relationship. And not only in that relationship, we should focus on the haves in all our relationship. With our friends, families, relatives. That is when we get more and more blessed with things, with relationships for which we will be grateful about. And that is when we will get into the perfect life scenario. Think about your career. Your career. We usually tend to see other people's career, what they have, instead of focusing on what we have. We focus on what they have and then we start focusing on what we don't have. And that makes us more angry, agitated, making our life an imperfect one. So start focusing on the have in your career. Focus on what you have in it right now. Whatever big or small, feel the gratitude. Same goes for the materialistic thing, for money. The more we see what others have, the more we start to focusing less on the things we have. The money with which we are able to buy clothes, our food, something as simple as being able to buy a toothbrush. Have you ever said thank you to a toothbrush, to be grateful to it? Or do we just keep focusing on all the big things other people have got? Because once we start saying thank you, we start focusing on the haves. That is when we make our life a perfect one. So from now on, we will start focusing on the haves we have in our lives rather than the have-nots. Life is a beautiful balance between the haves and the have-nots. It is a beautiful balance of something which we have in our lives, some things or what we don't have in our lives. See, everything has a balance. Nature has a balance. After day, there is night. A person may be very hardworking, but can also be impatient. Isn't that okay? Isn't that balance? A person can have lots of patience, never get angry, but he can also be very lazy. Isn't that okay? Isn't that balance? So life is accepting that balance, that imperfection in the perfection, and the perfection in that imperfection. So once we accept that imperfection, we will start seeing the perfection in everything. You might say that there are some people whose life is perfect. Just because you don't know their problem does not make their life a perfect one. Everybody has problems. Nobody's life is perfect. It is only your way of looking at life that makes it perfect or imperfect. Just by you thinking that Bill Gates does not have any problems does not make his life a perfect one. It is just the way you look at life. Looking at accepting the balance between the haves and the have-nots, and accepting that life is imperfectly perfect. One more thing. There is a cost to everything. The cost to the day is the night. The cost you have in your life. Maybe your life is the ideal one. You are blessed with everything in life. But there is one thing which you desperately want, which you wish you had in your life, but you're not able to get that thing. So that could be a cost of this beautiful life. So can we accept that? Can we accept the person being lazy because we are blessed with his patience? So life is imperfectly perfect. From now on, we will see the haves in our lives instead of the have-nots. Life is real, life is magical, life is beautiful. Life is imperfectly perfect. Now, when we know that by focusing on the haves in our life, we can make our life the perfect one. We have made our life the perfect one. So how do we keep focus? How do we stay strong? In any negative situation, how can we stay as strong as a mountain? For that, do stay connected or contact me on my WhatsApp number in the inbox. We will go further into this. Hoping I've added some value to your life. Please do like, subscribe and share if you like my video. Stay blessed, stay happy.